Hey YouTube, how you doing? So you will have just seen a box arrive from our friends at Chain Reaction Cycles. It's something that I've purchased. I don't get sent stuff for free. What I've actually got is a bottom bracket, new one, Hope Tech. You will notice that the product code is a BSS30, i.e. that's a 30mm bottom bracket. I had to buy this tool as well, which incidentally I think is made out of the same steel that they make their brake disc rotors out of. Pretty cool. £10 that was, and this I think was 80 odd. So within this, this isn't a proper unboxing. I've already had this open. You get 3 spacers. I'll only be needing one of those. You get a drive side, and obviously in here, oops, you get a non-drive side. Within that, basically, I'll show you on this one. I'm one-handed at the moment. I'm holding the GoPro. These bearings are obviously removable, and you get these little plates that fit over the top of here and just rest on. Now apparently you don't need to use any spacers or anything with these, so don't want to mix this up too much, but I am actually in the middle of filming the installation of these bad boys, which are X01 crankset. So as you can see, this is a 30mm. Now these do come with a number of spacers and sort of compression tools to keep the bearings within the bottom bracket sort of in and firm. However, Hope do actually say that it's not needed. So back to this video. This video is purely about this bottom bracket and the installation of this. The actual instructions say that I need, on the drive side, one of these, which is 2.5mm, and I don't need anything on the non-drive side. So I'll quickly run you through some specs with the vernier. These actually are 12.5mm, the actual thickness of the outer cup, if you like. You can see there the drive side is slightly bigger, and whether you can see that, slightly bigger there than the other one. That's just to give it a bit more of a seat, because that picks up a bit more pressure, a bit more torsion. The inside obviously is a 30mm, 30, and the overall, when this is actually sat in with that spacer, is I think 96.5mm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my bike out, get it in the stand, and start to install this. Then I'll call that quits, and then I'll start filming the other video of the crank installation. So if you're interested in the crankset installation, please go to my other videos and just pick that up from there, because I can't link it in the description or in this video, because I haven't actually filmed it yet, and I don't think you can go back in and reference videos that aren't made yet. So I'll crack on with this. The Hope website is actually really good. It tells you which dimensions to take. Bottom brackets are made to standards. This particular one is BSA thread, which I believe stands for Birmingham Standard Arms, I think, who were a company that basically used to make guns in the gun quarter in Birmingham, not too many miles away from here. Basically it's a standard that stuck throughout time. So I know that this one is BSA, so I've ordered the same one. I checked their website. There's the only other measurement that you really need to be bothered about is the casing on the actual bike, which I'll show you in a second, which basically fits from here to here. That measurement there on this particular one, it's 73 millimeters. I think there's a 68, 100 and some others, so it's all on the Hope website. I recommend you taking a look if you're going to upgrade things. It then tells you how many spaces you're going to need. I think the 63 millimeter bottom bracket and the 68 and the 73 are actually the same product. It's just that you have to double up on the spaces on one. I think you always need one set of spacings on the drive side. So I'll show you quickly with my old vernier the measurement that you need to take on the actual bike. Sorry, the Nukeproof is just propped up on here. So what basically you need to do is, hopefully you can see that, is just measure that casing there side to side, get an idea. Like I said, these sort of measurements are not within a couple of millimeters. There's 5 millimeters or maybe more, so you only need a really rough idea. And like I said, mine there is coming out at 73. Right then guys, step by step we go. So I have actually already removed the bottom bracket out of this one. What I've just done is I've just sprayed a bit of chain cleaner in there. I'm just going to get a brush in there, make sure all the threads are nice and clean, and then we'll start to install the bottom bracket. Nothing really to look out for. I think you should always just look out for wear on the face of this, because any wear at all or any damage on that face, both front and back, you just need to be careful, because that can throw things off a little bit. And I've actually removed some things from around here, like the chain device. I'm not sure actually, because you know whether you can see there, but there's a bit of an offset on this sort of left hand arm here. I don't know whether I'm going to be able to get the new 30mm tool in there, so I'm going to try. I don't know whether I'm going to be able to get the full purchase on there just to get that as tight as I need to. So I don't know whether I'm going to have to take the back of the bike off in order to do this. I hope not, but I want to do it properly, so let's work that out as we as we go. What I've got here is a little bit of copper grease. I'm just going to slide that on around here. You can see inside there now. You can eat your dinner off there. It's lovely and clean. Just going to pop a bit of this on. This is just some gear that I bought. You know, it's for assembling things, threads, nuts, bolts. So this is going to stop things seizing up on me, hopefully. What I'm also going to do is I'm just going to smear on the inside there a little bit of grease, just as a protection barrier for the frame, because I really have just stripped that down. Now it's an aluminium frame, it will corrode. As you can see, it's nice and clean in there at the moment, and I want to keep it like that. Look after your things, guys, from the inside out where you possibly can. Right, so I've just set up the camera actually to stop cutting backwards and forwards, because that's got to be a nuisance. So I've got the drive side assembly in my hand here with my spacer, 2.5mm. I've put the copper grease in there just to keep everything nicely moving. Just going to find that thread there. Of course, it's a bottom bracket, therefore something that turns clockwise, it obviously tightens up anti-clockwise. So we're getting there. Pinching that up. A bit tighter, a bit tighter, a bit tighter. Right, so that's as far as I can do it with my fingers. I'll just show you again on the inside. There's your lovely bearing, smooth as anything. British weather will soon put pay to that. What I'm actually going to do, together with that sort of little layer of grease that I put on the inside, that wasn't copper slip, that was just general grease, heavy duty graphite grease. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to smear a little bit more of that. It's on the outside here, not going to overload it, but paying particular attention to the edge. Just want to give it that bit more of a barrier to moisture. Don't get me wrong, moisture is going to find its way in whatever I do, but I think it's just best practice really, just to put a bit of grease in there. It won't hurt anything. Famous last words, he says. Put that back in like that. There is a right and a wrong way of putting these actually back in. The assembly drawing shows you've got on the outside there, hopefully you could see that, sorry, the inside, it's flat with a rim on the middle, and that rim sits on the inner part of the bearing, and then the rest just sort of floats around. Now, don't be alarmed by that, of course. When your spindle goes through the middle, that won't be able to move anymore. That will sit there perfectly central, and that grease that I've just put on hopefully will just help fill the gap and stop any moisture getting in, like I just said. So what I'm going to do is I'll stop this bit. I'm just going to nip over the back. I won't settle the camera again. It's pretty boring screwing a thread into a bottom bracket housing. So you've seen that once. I'm going to do that on the other side. So a couple of little tips as we go along. This stuff, this workshop blue paper, make sure you've got loads of this, because it's just invaluable. You know, I've got loads of rags and things like that hanging around the place. That one's just out of shot, but this stuff you can just wipe your hands and chuck it in the bin. It just gets, it's so much cleaner, easier to work on. Right, so let's just take our new tool made from, I think, stainless steel, and this actually has to be done up to quote unquote 40 to 50 Newton meters. Now you will obviously see from this there is no digital gauge or no clickometer there to tell us when we're a little tight or a little too tight. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do it as tight as I can get it, to be quite honest, because that is automotive standards really, and I'm just doing it as best as I can. You can see that through more luck than judgment, the tool is actually just going to fit over, which is great news. So I'm going to nip this up now, and while I'm over here actually I'll show you what I mean. This material here that Hope have craftily made this out of, I believe is exactly the same thickness as this rotor blade here, so I think they either use their excess steel or steel that they've ordered to make these rotors, to make these tools out of. Incidentally, also they sell these rather nice bottle openers with a little rotor on there as well, which is made out of the same steel, which I thought was pretty cool. Right then, so literally that is a Hope 30mm bottom bracket installed in, I don't know, 5 minutes. It's not a big job, pretty simple. Hope products, if you haven't already got any on your bike, are absolutely bomb proof. So I hope you enjoyed the sort of quick run through that I've given you there. Like and subscribe if you want, guys. Leave some comments if you think that I've left anything out, but let me know what you think. So next video that I'm going to do well, I'm actually going to film it now, but it'll probably go live in a week or so from this one, will be me installing those cranks. So I'm actually hyped to get those on and go out riding again. Cheers, guys.